Okay, so this video reminds me of having or I feel has the potential of one of those homemade videos that goes horribly wrong. In the sense that it's kind of chilly. Today is the 19th of June. This will be our, oh gee, is this week 6 or week 7 checkup on our nuke? Anyways, we have a long, we've been following this nuke every week, been checking on it since we've installed it. So I think it might be our 8th checkup, week 7, I think. Anyways, it's cold today. It's low 60s, windy. I'm wearing a red shirt, which some people believe bees are attracted to. I'm also wearing shorts, and so we'll see. We'll see how wrong or how good this goes. But anyway, we're definitely still having a good flow with the blackberries, and it's supposed to be getting some rain here soon as well. So first thing I'm seeing, let me grab the camera here. When we checked this last week, and remember too that this colony got set back a fair amount because of some queen issues in the beginning. Next year I'm actually thinking about having 3 hives that we follow through an entire season, so we get a bit better of a comparison. But anyways, so this hive was already kind of running behind. Last week it was evident that they were already working on this frame as far as putting nectar. You can see some of the new wax that they're drawing out. It's kind of a whiter color. There's actually some nectar on here from that they had stored just in the burr comb between the frame and the lid. Now they've kind of expanded across into working 4 or 5 frames. If we go down, let me see, where's my hand here? This was a new frame with foundation, and if I'm seeing right, it looks like they're drawing that out too. Yeah. Hey, what do you know? A hive tool works better than your fingers. Let's see here. All right. And ooh, look at it, so pretty. It really is gorgeous, isn't it? So yeah, no, they're drawing that out, and so we've gone from more or less working. Last week they were working 1.5 frames up here to now they're on. Looks like they're actively working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 frames. So that's good. That is very, very good. Once again, I usually wouldn't dissect this hive anymore. If you're seeing during a honey flow, if you're seeing progress, if you're seeing every week when you're opening the bees that there seems to be more bees, there's really no need to dive any deeper. However, for the sake of an educational video, let's go ahead and have a very quick look, because once again, I mean, the whole idea, when you're learning beekeeping, you need to disturb your bees. I mean, that's how you're going to learn. But ideally, as you work with them more and more, you want to make the disturbance of the nest as minimal as possible. So let's notice how I'm always really purposeful to clear room to take the frames out, because something that really gets bees upset, and probably one of the biggest reasons that I see people get stung is rolling bees against each other when they're pulling frames out. And so you really want to avoid that. Yeah, that's a real nice looking pattern there. And that one not as much, but what they're doing is they're backfilling with pollen. So just to be a little bit on the, if ever you want a funny feeling, lay a frame of bees against your bare legs. It's kind of a interesting feeling. If we see a frame like that that's spotty, even though I'm seeing that in the empty cells there's pollen and they're just backfilling it, we can go ahead and take a second frame out and look at that. I mean, that's solid solid brood, no issues there whatsoever. You will see queen cups like this every once in a while. They're not a reason for alarm. Some bees just do that. You always take a look in them though and see if there's any eggs or larvae. There isn't, so we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, no, so this is fine. I mean, there's no, I mean, once again, you know, the way that I approach my beekeeping is I have to be very conscious of my efficiency and time, because that's multiplied times the hundreds of colonies that we have. So, you know, for a hobbyist, if you have just a few hives, it's probably worth your while to, you know, if you want to do a, you know, say 1 week you do kind of a rough check, see if they need supering, you know, kind of don't dissect the hive, and then maybe every second week if you want to go through. I have seen hives where you'll have disease such as, like, actually this is several years ago, I remember American foul brood that was only becoming evident on one side of one frame out of probably 5 or 6 frames of brood. So you can be more detail oriented as far as going through all the brood frames, but usually what I'll do is just do a quick check like that. I mean, if there's a problem, it's going to manifest itself as the season progresses. But, you know, once again, I mean, kind of from the beginning of opening this hive, we could see that there had been progress made since last week, and there really wasn't any reason or concern to go further. The next thing, obviously, that we're really going to have to watch for is end of July. We are going to have to make sure that we treat for mites. You do not want to miss that. End of July, beginning of August, the absolute latest. You want to make sure to check for mites, or not even just check for mites, just go ahead and treat for them. But anyways, yeah, hope these videos continue to help, and thanks for joining me. No, in spite of my fancy outfit here, I did not get stung. It just highlights how gentle bees are. I mean, you really have to push them. And then also too, the more you work with them, there's always that unpredictability. There's always the rogue bee in the yard. But for the most part, as you learn to work with them too, you'll learn to not do things that make them aggressive or become protective of their colony. Anyways, have a great day.